Long before the world learned the meaning of peace, before kings feared the heavens, there lived a ruler whose shadow darkened the earth itself. His name was King Malric Ironheart. King Malric was not merely feared. He was dreaded. He conquered kingdoms without mercy. He burned cities without remorse, and he crushed empires as if they were dust beneath his boots. Gold filled his vaults, crowns lined his halls, yet nothing satisfied him. The more he gained, the more he hungered. Malric stole lands from the weak. He took wives from fallen kings. He shattered bloodlines and called it victory. Across the world, people whispered, Malric does not rule, he devours. One storm-filled night, King Malric stood before his throne, a throne forged from melted crowns and stained with ancient blood. He raised his arms toward the heavens and shouted, I bow to no god. I command fate itself. If gods exist, let them strike me down. Lightning split the sky, the palace trembled, but King Malric Ironheart still stood. He laughed, cowards, he whispered, far above. The gods listened. A sacred village called Elarian Haven. Here, the earth was blessed, the rivers ran clear, and the wind carried peace. No army had ever crossed its borders. No tyrant had ever claimed its soil. To invade Elarian Haven was a sacrilege. The village was guided by a wise elder, known as Elder Thorn. He taught balance over power and wisdom over fear. Among the villagers lived a young woman named Amara Vale. She was kind, brave, and carried a quiet sadness in her eyes. Because Amara loved someone forbidden. Far away, in the heart of the Ironheart Empire, lived Prince Kellyan Ironheart, the only son of King Malric. But Kellyan was nothing like his father. He hated cruelty, he questioned war, and he believed the gods still watched the world. Disguised as a traveler, Kellyan secretly fled the palace. His journey led him to Elarian Haven. And there, he met Amara. They met by moonlit rivers, among whispering trees, in moments stolen from fate. When Kellyan finally revealed who he was, Amara trembled.
Your father is death?
She said softly. Kellyan nodded. Comma. That is why I must never become him. One night, beneath a sky filled with stars, Kellyan took Amara's hands and swore, if my father ever comes here, I will defend this land, even if I must stand against my own blood. Tears filled Amara's eyes.
Then fate will be cruel to us both.
Neither of them knew how soon fate would answer. Far away, High Oracle Zephyr dreamed of fire. He saw a king standing over his son's body, a shattered crown, a broken mind, slow and ominous. Terrified, he ran to warn King Malric. High Oracle Zephyr stood before King Malric, trembling with fear. My king, Zephyr pleaded, there is one land you must never touch.
Elarian Haven is sacred. The gods protect it.
Malric's eyes burned with hunger. Sacred lands, Malric said coldly, exist to be conquered. Zephyr fell to his knees.
You will lose what you love most. Be warned.
Malric turned away. I love nothing. At dawn, the horns sounded. 10,000 soldiers gathered beneath black banners. Steel gleamed in the rising sun. War drums shook the earth. King Malric mounted his war horse. "We march," he said coldly. Far away, in Alarian haven, the wind changed. Elder Thorn felt it immediately. Amara's heart tightened with fear, and Kellyan whispered softly.
It has begun.
The sky darkened as arrows fell like rain. Homes burst into flames, sacred ground burned. Steel met flesh, screams tore the air. General Corvus led the charge, laughing as he ran.
No mercy, he roared. The king commands it.
Villagers fought desperately. Fathers shielded children. Mothers screamed prayers. Elder Thorn slammed his staff into the earth. Fire erupted. Soldiers fell, but they kept coming. Wave after wave. Amara fell to her knees, whispering through tears. Then a horn sounded. Not from the king's army. From within the village, a lone figure stepped forward through the smoke. Silver armor gleamed through the fire. A blue cloak tore in the wind. His face was hidden behind a helmet. He raised his sword, and it glowed. The air shifted. The villagers gasped. "Who is he?" someone whispered. The warrior did not answer. He charged, short, powerful. He struck like lightning. Shields shattered, spears snapped. Soldiers fell, one by one. The tide began to turn. General Corvus saw him and roared in fury. "Kill that warrior!" Very aggressive tone. 10 soldiers surrounded him. He spun, he blocked, he struck. Steel screamed. Blood sprayed, slow and grim. The warrior did not fall. He fought as if death had already been accepted. From across the battlefield, King Malric watched silently. His eyes narrowed. "That warrior," he murmured. "Bring him to me." Hours passed. The sun climbed high, then began to fall. Bodies covered the sacred land. The warrior staggered, wounded, bleeding. Yet he rose again. Amara watched in terror. Her hands shook.
Please,
She whispered.
don't die.
Then the ground trembled. Heavy footsteps approached. King Malric entered the battlefield. The battlefield fell silent. Even the soldiers stepped back. King Malric lifted his sword.
Warrior, he thundered.
"Come face your end." The warrior turned slowly. He raised his blade and said nothing. Their swords clashed. The sound echoed like thunder. Malric struck with brutal force. The warrior blocked, sliding back. "You fight well," Malric laughed.
But you lack hatred.
The warrior struck back, fast, controlled. Malric bled. His smile vanished. They circled one another. Strike, block, strike again, rhythmic pacing. Dust rose, sweat poured, blood fell, slow, heavy. Minutes stretched into eternity. Malric roared. The warrior staggered. Exhausted, bleeding, yet still he stood. Malric fainted left, then drove his sword forward, straight through the warrior's chest, slow, devastating delivery. Silence. The warrior froze, then collapsed. Malric stepped closer.
You are worthy, he said quietly. Tell me your name, Malric said, so I remember you.
The wind blew softly. The warrior's helmet rolled away. Malric looked down, and the world stopped.
Kellyan?
He whispered. His son, his blood, his only heir. Malric screamed.
No, no, no.
Amara ran forward. She fell beside the fallen warrior.
You promised me, she cried.
Kellyan smiled faintly. I kept it, he whispered, and died in her arms. The sky split open. Thunder roared. Voices echoed from the heavens. King Malric Ironheart, they thundered. Your greed has killed your blood. Malric dropped his sword. Take me, he screamed. Take my crown, take my kingdom, just give him back. Silence. We will not kill you, the gods said. Death would be mercy. You shall live and remember. You will rule nothing. The battlefield stood frozen. Soldiers fled in terror. Weapons fell from trembling hands. King Malric Ironheart fell to his knees. His crown shattered at his feet. From that day on, Malric was king no more. He wandered the ruins of Alarian Haven, calling into the wind. Kellyan, my son, come home, very soft, broken. He spoke to shadows. He held empty air. The conqueror of worlds could not conquer his own guilt. Amara buried Kellyan beneath the oldest tree in Alarian. She placed his sword upon the grave. She did not curse the king. She did not seek revenge. She simply left. Generations passed. Empires rose, empires fell. But the story endured. They called it The King Who Defied the Gods. Greed blinds the heart and devours blood. Pride makes kings believe they are gods. Power without wisdom destroys everything it touches. But love, chosen even in death, outlives every throne and rules eternity.